We're going through a transitionary period in video game films. So Mortal Kombat 2021 got a less than perfect critical reception, and some are saying that the potential golden age of video game movies, brought on by Detective Pikachu and the surprisingly decent Sonic the Hedgehog movie, is appearing shaky just when it was getting off the ground. And let me get it out of the way, yes, Mortal Kombat Scorpion's Revenge from the year before was a better movie, and could have been made live action for theaters and probably retained its quality and relative accessibility. Because despite having an insert character in the role of Cole to whom their universe can be explained to, MK21 isn't particularly accessible to viewers unfamiliar with the characters or world. I saw it with a Mortal Kombat virgin who didn't remember any of the characters' names after we left the theater. They couldn't even tell Kung Lao from Liu Kang, even though Kung Lao is the hot one and Liu Kang is the pretty one. You're not a real fan if you don't know that. Full disclosure for myself, I don't have any childhood nostalgia for this. I played my first Mortal Kombat game 2 years ago. I'm a new fan. I got into the franchise as an adult. I like the characters. What's there to like in MK21? Well, Sub-Zero, though not true to lore in this movie, I really liked when he came to Earthrealm and basically just did a video game move, but in real life with the utter carnage it would create. The fight with Reptile was a shot of adrenaline, at least on the big screen. He doesn't look like just an upright animal, he looks like a hybrid of human intelligence and animal strength. Between the acid, the invisibility, and the fact that our heroes are so outmatched at this point in the movie, this genuinely felt like a horror scene to me. Reptile has a dozen ways to kill you, you'll never see it coming, and he looks otherworldly. This scene was terrifying and it was awesome. And though it's the Earth realm and not technically the real world, there will always be a thrill to seeing a CGI culturally nostalgic character from a game for children wreaking R-rated havoc on the big screen in our world. That's movie magic. But I mentioned lore earlier. When it comes to games, adapting lore to film is risky. Some parts will work better than others. They made changes in MK21, some I think worked, some didn't. To paraphrase It's a Gundam, they took a little bit of X-Men meets Highlander in The Chosen Mark. It's an easily understood premise that explains how these human beings can have such diverse and incredible abilities, but adds that if you kill someone who has the mark, you gain the mark and you can gain your own powers. They seriously simplified Scorpion and Sub-Zero's rivalry, so that will probably annoy longtime fans. But the way characters boldly say their catchphrases without a hint of sarcasm is a perfect throwback to adaptations of the past. I want more Street Fighter 1994s, less Street Fighter 2009s. And if old school's the direction we're heading in this decade, then I'm all for it. I want to see movie adaptations that shamelessly embrace the ridiculousness within them and give us entertainment without thinking that they need to over-adapt a silly video game to make it suitable for a mature audience. Make movies unapologetically stupid again. Stop trying to make it serious or explodey to cover up that it's stupid. Everybody's still gonna call it stupid. You're not gonna get to sit at the adult table just because you detached it from the video game as much as possible. The acting was perfectly suitable, the gore was present but not gratuitous. I actually liked Cole's origin for his powers and he seems like he'd fit right into the series. The story was okay. I'll give it 3 out of 5 stars. Sonic the Hedgehog was hopefully the last of the era of fictional character transported into real-world trope, but it's probably not. And Detective Pikachu was a ray of hope and an evolution of the 1993 Super Mario Bros. Experiment, but way more faithful to the lore of Pokemon. In my opinion, we should just stop thinking of video games as easily translatable to pre-existing genres. They can be, but I'd argue they're a genre to themselves. Think about it. What we have are a whole bunch of fantasy worlds with their own internal logic, and I think video game movies would be better for taking advantage of that rather than always trying to adapt into pre-existing genres like action, or action. Though when I say fantasy, I don't mean it in the Euro-medieval sense with orcs and wizards, I mean these are worlds where physics as we know them are quite different. Maybe I'm off base here though. Let me know in the comments if you've ever watched or enjoyed a movie based on a video game and what it was. If you made it this far, hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so these videos will actually reach you. Thanks for watching, have a good one.